Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. Welcome to the podcast. So basically, a lot of thoughts have been going through my mind about podcasting and things of that nature. I've gone back and forth a lot about podcasting, what themes to do, what themes not to do. It's been busting my balls a lot, busting my brain a lot. I signed up for this program to make money online, and it involves basically, you can sell anything online, things that you make, things that you didn't make, but you like the products. You could recommend products on Amazon. You could sell digital products, which is like PDF downloads, courses, communities, and like if you're a fly bitch, you could have like how to be a fly bitch community, and I thought a lot about this stuff. I've been very afraid and hesitant because the different things I would like to do online do not, a lot of people would say they don't coincide together. Now another strategy, which to my knowledge has been unproven, is to basically just do different things that have nothing to do with each other simultaneously. So for example, me doing this podcast, it's not really it could be anything, right? I've said a couple cuss words. I've talked a little bit, quote unquote, what some people might think of as silly. So with my personal brand, what I forgot to mention is nothing really happens with anything online without your personal brand. And that's not necessarily true, because you could have faceless pages. But basically everything rests on your personal brand. If you're going to show your face, you got to have credibility. How do you have credibility? It's your brand. It's not, in a way, I'm not really a pro on online things yet. The way I think of it is it's kind of like real life. Like if you keep your word, if you do what you say you're going to do, you're legit. If you are cool with people, you're cool. If you don't fuck people over, then you're solid. It's probably the same way online. But again, I've had so much doubts and fears about if I'm silly online, or I say silly things, I do silly things, how can I have any credibility in the business world? How could I sell, for example, I'd like to sell Spanish, learning how to speak Spanish. What do the people who want to learn Spanish see my silly page? What do the people who see my silly page want to learn Spanish? What if, one thing might not, who knows, there's so many things you could worry about. And then I thought of this. Not the first time I thought of this today, but I've thought before this, I've thought about doing the multiple channels simultaneously. And that's kind of what I want to go with. Now, what I love is that, to my knowledge, no one has done this before. To my knowledge, it's an unforged path. It's an unproven strategy. If it's good or not good. It's an unproven thing if you can successfully do different methods and mediums and avenues of media at the same time. Again, they don't have anything to do with each other. So basically, but I want to be honest with you guys, in my heart, in my soul, I feel like I have to, I'm just going to say it, make you guys laugh. If you're not laughing at this, okay. It's not like, I know it's kind of cringe. It's like a pretty girl. It's like a girl who looks good, and she's like, oh, I just came to work because wanted to do my makeup because I wanted to be pretty for all of you, all of y'all. Or a dude who is really fit, and he just randomly says yeah, I want to be buff because it helps my masculinity. Like when people say stuff like that, we all have human psychology, human hearts and minds and emotions, except those of you reptilian people out there would only partially understand, only conceptually understand that. But yeah, it's cringe for me to say to you guys, oh, I want to make you guys laugh. But I'd rather say it, and then, I'd rather just say it. I'd like to be honest. I'd rather be honest. there's something inside me that I have to make people laugh. I don't know. I mean, I could take an hour and try to break it down. I don't really want to do that today, and maybe never. But maybe at some point. But I don't know if ever when that would be. But suffice to say, I have to make you guys laugh. Whoever's watching this or whoever in the future will watch my videos, that some people are attracted to the bizarre, the odd, silly, zany, unconventional, even perhaps dysfunctional. I'm going to kind of just brush slightly over it, but I don't want to get deep into it. I think it's trauma. I think when people had bad things in their childhood, that they kind of will always seek to be calibrated to what they were forced to be made used to. So people that didn't have any trauma in their upbringing don't really appreciate comedy, because comedy is essentially dysfunction, things that are odd, zany, not the way they should be. People who were forced to grow up in an environment where things were not right, that's the type of people that usually appreciate comedy. And it's something I think that is probably, and also people have different senses of humor. I've just felt like I need to be connected to you guys, whoever watches this or will watch this in the future. I need to be connected to you guys. And, if I could, I need to do this. And I could try to explain it, but I don't fully understand it. And I'm okay with not fully understanding it. I do know that I need to do this. Now, as far as making money online, I want to teach Spanish. Like, I truly, truly want to teach Spanish. One thing that I want to do, and this little conversation is kind of a crossover between my two media outlets that I'm going to do, is like, I really want to just speak purely Spanish in my videos that have to do with Spanish. And I want to have a podcast where it's a Spanish language, where everything's in Spanish. And come to think of it, the idea just came to me. I could just do the podcast in Spanish by myself, although I'd rather do it with guests. Now, to me, guests is a hard one. I have an idea for this channel. I could go and interview people, that I find in the city. Like, I live in Utah now, so I can go drive to Salt Lake and just meet with anyone I can meet with. Of course, I'd like someone to film me. I don't have anyone to film me as of this second, but I hope to get one soon. I don't have a proper camera. I just have my iPhone. And I have an idea for calling the podcast, like, Serious Levels, which I think is a really good name. And basically, it's because, at some point I want to be interviewing billionaires. And it's ironic that you could have a channel that starts with interviewing homeless people. And by the way, like, I don't know exactly what well, yeah. This is exactly how to make a podcast. Just don't finish half of your sentences, or leave your sentences unfinished halfway. Anyways, in all seriousness, so you could start out interviewing homeless people, or talking with them, or vibing, or just like, I don't have to explain this to you guys, but a lot of what I envision for this channel, and I reserve the right to change it in any way, shape, or form at any time, is kind of just like, it's kind of hard to explain, but and in fact, I don't even think I really want to try to. I think it'd be an error to try to explain to you guys what this channel is really about. Not that it's about anything bad. It's just too complicated for the average Joe or Jane to understand. I'm grateful for you guys who are watching, and I look forward to the podcasts in the future that I do. That's kind of, I think, is a perfect time to end the podcast today. Usually I could go on and on and on, but I think it's just about perfect for today. Thank you for watching. I promise you guys my channels will get better and better and better. And I'm gonna bring the sweet sizzle, baby, the sweet pop rocks sensation to your lovely, lovely lives. You only have one life, so make it fucking great. All right, let's go.